next few minutes I want to show you how to use your power hanger. We have two sizes. We have an adult and we have a kids. But let me tell you a little bit about the golf swing. First of all, the golf swing has two basic movements. When you swing the club, your body rotates around your spine in a rotational manner, very much like a baseball player. He rotates around his spine, but then the wrists work up and down as they go back. You have a wrist set here, and as you come through, the wrist reset over here. So what you have is you have the horizontal body movement and the vertical movement of the club up above the hands. And the key to golf is you've got to combine those two together in your golf swing. Your body rotates and the wrist set. So there's really no up and down motion in the golf swing, or backwards or forwards motion. We're dealing with centrifugal force. As the club swings around your body, the centrifugal force will pull the club out, and your arms will always straighten out as they come down towards the ball. So it's very important that you have your hands in line with the face of the club, because as that club comes around and squares to the ball, if your hands aren't balanced to the face, then the club face is always going to come in, aim to the left or to the right, but very rarely consistently square. So let me show you what that looks like with a small club. If I take this little club, you can see that when I put my hands on here, that my hands really are the face of the club. So if I have a bad grip, see when I swing down, it's not going to be square. So you want to have your hands square to the face. And that's one of the greatest things about using the power hanger, is that it puts your hands in a perfect balanced position to the face of the club. We have to have that, because the most important thing about the use of training aids is, first of all, for a beginning golfer, they help you to get the right feelings from the start. Then as you play golf, maybe you get into game later and you don't have the right fundamentals, then the training aids help you to change those movements. And then lastly, the better players, when you start playing golf, the training aids help you to maintain those feelings. So let's look at the power hanger and see how we place it on the club correctly. So basically, you can see this has a little bevel there that we put on top of the grip. And when you put it on, you want to line up this flat surface with the leading edge of the club. So then when I put my hands on there, and I always suggest that you hold the club up above your hands, the club head, then you simply put your left thumb on the right side of the shaft, and this goes to your arm. Your hands come together, you can have an interlock or an overlap, and then you simply put your right thumb on the left side of the shaft. Now you can see that my hands are perfectly balanced to the face of the club. If I make that vertical set, this hook will come right to my arm, and this is the movement you want to have. Now also, as the wrist set vertically, you can see also that if I take the club up and do this, now you can see that the shaft should be in a perfectly lined up position with my forearm. So now when I make my swing and I come back around, after I set my vertical and I come around, now the face is going to be square to the hole consistently time after time. So that's why this hanger is so good, because it sets your hands, it sets your grip in a perfect balanced position every time that you play a shot with using your power hanger. It's going to help you to get your hands in line with the face of the club. And that's where the power really comes, when you can swing back, you can turn back and set your wrists 90 degrees, come around and let them reset over here. And that's the real power that is applied to the golf swing when you can do that. Now, when you put this hanger on, to get it correctly, what I suggest you do is you simply hold it out in front of you with your left hand, like this, to where the hanger is right, the hook is right in the middle of your arm, and then that's where you want the top of the grip, just like that, so that when you make your wrist set, this will come to your forearm, just like that. Now, one way that you could practice with it is you can just simply take some tape and tape it onto there. I'll show you how we do that with a snag club. It works just as good for short clubs. You can see here that I've just simply taped, this is the kids hanger, And you can see how that is lined up with the face of the club. And the nice thing about this is it keeps that hanger on there for the perfect grip position. So now I'm just going to put my left thumb on the right side and there. Now I'm in perfect in line. Then when I make my wrist set, I just simply keep this hook on my forearm as I go back and through here and around and through. So that's where the real power comes, when you can get those hands set correctly, get your forearm set correctly to the face, turn your body back, that rotational matter, set the wrist, and then as you come through, we just simply let the club come through and around and reset it on the forward side. So this is a little practice drill you can do, is just put your feet together and go just above your waist here and here. They call this a toe up drill. So I'm just turning my body, setting my wrist, coming through, resetting my wrist, back and through. And really the golf swing is just a baseball swing on a tilt. Another drill you can do is just hold it up in front of you, keep your back up nice and straight, and just turn your shoulders back like you're hitting a baseball. And you'll see that this will come right to your forearm. As you come through, you'll see it'll go right to this forearm. Just like a baseball swing. So practice up here with it. Around, back and forth, then bring it down. And you'll know that it's right because your hands is staying on there in a perfect grip position, and this is staying, you know, on your forearm. So those are some of the drills that you can do. That's how you set it. This is how you set the vertical on both sides. And if you practice with this effectively, you'll work this into your swing. Now this is not meant to swing and hit full hard shots. You want to always practice and hit nice little easy shots when you're using it. And a good little drill to do would be to place it on your club. Always hold it up here with the club above your hand, set it. That's to my forearm. And then a good little drill would be to just come into some balls like this. I like to line them up, put your feet together, and then just swing back halfway and through. And just make little easy shots back and through. Feeling that set and reset. See how it reset? And what you're going to feel is that nice set and reset, and you're going to gain that feeling. So let's talk about some other ways that you can use this hanger. I've talked about the full swing and how you get the power for the full swing. That's by adding that element of that 90-degree wrist set on both sides. But if I take these hula hoops, then I put them down, and I step inside, and I want to show you how this really works good with the hanger. Now for your putting, what we do with the hanger is we simply put our arms in it, and now the power source is with the forearm swinging. So in a putter, we're just going to set over this hoop, and we're just going to swing the arms back and forth in a nice pendulum motion. And then when we go to chipping, we always set the hook again to the face. And then as we take our grip, this sits here. But with the chipping now, we're going to play the ball back off the right foot. Hold this on the arm. Keep this triangle moving. Keep this in one piece. So there you have your chip shot. When you do your pitch shot, you come back and set it here, and then as you come through, you hold the hook. And you hold the hook here and hold it. So now we have the full swing, we have the chipping, we have the pitching, and we have the putting. So you're going to love working with your power hanger.